Yes, so this is the dashboard, but I would like to sign out so that I can explain how to go about it. Hold on 1 second. Yes, so when you press in gvestcooperativesociety.com, this is what pops up on your screen. This is what pops up. So you have to create an account. For someone that is new, you have to create an account. If you're already there, oh. Sorry, I was showing the wrong thing. Yes. So once you punch in gvestcooperativesociety.com, this is what pops on your screen. And then for a new person that doesn't have an account with Gvest, you have to create an account first. If you already have one, you just sign in and put in your login details. So to create an account, first name, Farouk, last name, Peters. Email address, faroukpeters@gmail.com. Password, GTEX. Okay, GTEX Homes, let's make it longer. GTEX Homes. You click to register. Oops, the passwords don't match, sorry. GTEX Homes. GTEX. So yeah. And we have this select account type. So if it's for just one person, you pick individual. If it's for your company, you pick company. So here we're doing individual. Gender, male. Marital status, married. Birthday, 1978, January 1st. 080 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah. Self-employed, Nigeria. Well. Let's see, Kogi. Ikoyi local government. Just fill it in Lagos and continue. So yes, dear Farouk, this is what happens when you log into your dashboard, and this is the way to sign out. At your right corner, top right corner, to sign out. So when you log in, when you create an account like this is what pops up on your screen. You have the 3 plans for Gvest Cooperative Society. So to be a member of Gvest Cooperative Society, you have to subscribe to the cooperative. It's just like the regular cooperative where you or our parents used to have, that you have to pay something to say, I'm joining you as a member, right? So that's what these plans are for. So first we have the classic plan. We have the classic plan, which is 25,000 naira. We have the gold plan, which is, 25,000 naira. Then the gold plan is 50,000 naira. Platinum is 100,000 naira. But because of this, for the early birds, yes, we'll be doing a 50% discount today to join our Gvest cooperative. There'll be a 50% discount today. I'll talk about the details later and how to go about it. So if you're doing a discount for classic plan, you'll be paying 12,500. If you're going for the gold plan, you'll be paying 25,000 naira. If you're going for the platinum plan, you're going for 50,000 naira. That's on discount price. And all of these have their benefits, they have their limitations, they have their, for example, for the classic plan, you have a limit of what you can invest, and the limit is 20 million naira. So if you want to invest more than 20 million naira, you have to pay more. That's upgrade your plan, either to gold or platinum, depending on the amount you want to invest. And for example, as a classic member, you want to upgrade, you don't get to pay the full amount for the gold plan. It's at a lower price, it's at a lower level. So the same goes for platinum as well. And all of them have their credit card limits, the loan limits you can have. For someone that is under the classic plan and someone that is under the platinum plan, they can't access the same funds in terms of loans. So yeah, so any of that you pay for the classic or the gold plan or the platinum, and then you can now have access to the dashboard, every investment we have, the products we have, the things you can do under Gvest Cooperative, like loans. So now I'll be signing out to sign into my own account because it's paid for, yes, and I can access the entire, what they call it, the entire dashboard. So I'll stop sharing my screen for a minute and I'll quickly sign into that. Sorry. And please, in the chat box or whatever you're watching on Facebook, if it's on Instagram, tell us where you're watching from, your name and where you're watching from. If you also have questions, you can start dropping them in the chat box or in the comment sections rather. So yes, I've signed in. Yeah. Yes. So I don't know if you can see my screen now. Okay, yeah. So when you sign in, this is what pops up on your screen to welcome you, showing you all the things we have under this cooperative society, from investments to, we have short-term investments, we have long-term investments, we have permanent ownership, we have savings, wealth building, credit loans, and micro mortgages, farm investments as well. So all of this, you have access to them to be able to invest when you pay the membership fees. Until you pay the membership fees before you can even access this. That's why I couldn't use the account we just created, because it's not being paid for, but this is paid for. That's why we can access all of this. So for the short term, these are the options we have available for now. More are coming up. The more we acquire new lands, the more we acquire new properties, we have opportunity for people to invest in all of this as we move. So for now, these are the opportunities we have for people to invest or to secure their money. So for example, for the dollar, we have buy Gvest Fortune in Jasper. You can invest in any of our properties, either in Naira or in dollars. You can also invest in dirhams, but all of that has not been put up yet because we're still working. Like I said, this is the web app. The mobile app will be launching soon. So while we're doing that, this is the web app, like the main thing. That's what this web app is about. So it's still something that's under progress. If you check some of them, you find out that some things are missing, or to tell you nothing is here because we're still working on it. But still, you can invest for as low as 500,000 naira. There was a point in Gvest when the lowest you could invest was 10 million naira. Later, we moved to 5 million, 2 million. And now, as we expand, as we find something, the ERP system, something digital is able to control all of this, we can now do lower prices. That's why we have 500,000 naira investment. So as a new investor, all of this is paid online. We don't want to be doing all the paperwork anymore because the world is evolving. So for example, you want to buy any of these slots, you know how many slots are left. This is 499 maybe at some point it was 500, somebody has bought one. So it keeps reducing like that. So you keep seeing it. And when, for example, it finishes and you want to come and buy, somebody else can sell to you in the secondary market. Maybe someone doesn't want to continue their investment anymore, but they don't want to let the money go, because there'll be a 30% deduction if you want to terminate your investment before due time. So for example, person wants to sell it to the next person in the secondary market. It's very possible. But from here, you can see all the estates we're building currently. We have 8 estates we're relaunching soon. So part of it is what is on this Gvest cooperative product. So we have the Jasper, we have Stadius as well. We have Jasper Smart City, Ibejuleki. We have Stadius Estate. We have Stadius Estate, Lekki Epe. We have Ogudu. All of these have time frames. So for example, for Smart City, Ibejuleki, you can do 500,000 naira and get 14% return in 12 months and get your capital back after a year. But the capital will be returned 3 months after the last, that's when they pay your ROI. So example, your ROI is paid in June. Your capital will be paid back in October. So after 12 months, you get back your capital. You don't have to wait. Before, we had only the plans of 3 years and 5 years, where you have to leave your capital for a period of 3 years, but collect your ROI on a yearly basis. Though we still have that plan, but we're making it a bit simpler and easier for people to invest. By the time you do it once, you see the returns you get. No one will tell you to come and invest for a longer period of time, because you're seeing that it's actually working. It's not, we're not trading Forex to get your money back. It's real estate. Real estate appreciates. So there's no way this is going to even flop. So moving to the Stadius Estate as well, we have 19% in 20 months. That means you will get, this is still for 500,000, but you're leaving it for a longer period of time. Your return on investment is higher. So this is for all these are the plans on the short term. So for long term, we have in millions, in bigger millions. I think my network is, yes. So we have by Gvest Legacy, 50 million naira per slot, 26% return on investment in 5 years. 26% return on investment in 5 years. We have also 26% in 1 year. Then after 1 year, your capital will be returned as well. So it depends on how long you want your capital to be with us, but we can do the option of 1 year. So for permanent ownership, is majorly for the housing units. Ooh, network. Hold on. But for the permanent ownership is for housing units. So instead of owning a property alone, you can buy, let's say, Jasper Gardenia 5-bedroom with other people. That's buying in the sense that people, let's say, for example, our property is 63 million naira, and then you have 10 slots for that property. Each person is to pay 6.3 million naira. You don't need to know these 10 other people, the 9 other people. We could merge you on the digital app. That's why it's different from the normal you coming together, so that sentiments don't enter or any of that. You might be people you know, might be people you don't know. You can come together as a family to come purchase property, and we put it for rent. We'll do all of that for you. Put it on rent or put it on for what they call it, to sell. And then whatever comes in, you get your return on investment from it. So it's like generational wealth. You can pass it on to your generations to come. You don't have to sell the property immediately. And if you decide that tomorrow you want to sell, like I said, you can sell in the secondary market. Sorry, let me share my screen with you. Hold on. Please, if you have questions, like I said, please. If you have questions, just drop it in the chat box while I reconnect this. Okay. Yes, we're back. Sorry. So yeah, so all of these other options, we also have for loans. We have target savings, and the loan can help also in the target savings in the sense that, for example, you're saving up, you can see it on the dashboard that you're saving up for, let's say, your rent, for example. You're saving up for your rent, and your rent is, let's say, 5 million naira. We've seen that you've saved up to 4 million naira. We can offer to give you a loan with interest. Don't think because we're trying to help, we won't do it without interest. It is with interest, but at a lower percentage because you are a member. So you don't have to pay the regular, interest rate. It will be at a lower level for you to get the loan you want to get. So we could put up and say, okay, we want to help now with the loan, and this is what we're giving you, so you can pay up your rent faster than you've been expected. Maybe money's not coming in at the time, or you need to sort something out. All of this too is there. Farm investment is still running currently, but it's not up on the app yet. But all of that will be implemented very soon, and it will be a very, very mind-blowing app that no one ever expected. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Madam Phoebe is here. Farouk is also here. If you have anything you'd like to add, like anything you want to say concerning the app, concerning Gvest. Farouk, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Ooh. So Farouk,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, Farouk, can you hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I was saying, there's anything you want to talk about, something different, something maybe I've not touched about Gvest?
I think you did a very good job. I think you covered most of everything. Just as some people have some questions, let's just address it. So they said, tell me more about the savings and wealth building options. How does it work? Okay, so let me just address that quickly. So for the savings and the wealth building options, it's just like having a target. So for example, you want to buy a unit of, let's say, Gvest Legacy, and you don't have the sufficient amount to do that, but you want to save up to a certain amount before you can invest in that kind of property. So you can have this Gvest savings and wealth building plan, whereby you, for example, you want to meet up a target savings of 20 million in 6 months. Save that kind of money, then after 6 months, you can now use it to do whatever you want to do. Right? So having a savings plan, having a wealth building plan, that's all it's about. It's about target savings. How much do you want to save for this period of time? Do you want to lock up this money? Right? So that's basically what it is all about. So I hope I've been able to answer that question. And there's a problem. Okay, fair answer, John. There's a general misconception that this is an investment service. This is not an investment service. This is a cooperative society. So we know how it happens, whereby growing up, a lot of people, we know what we call a journal, yeah, something like that. My mom used to do something like that, whereby they come like 6 friends and keep dropping XX amounts every month. At the end of the month, they pack it. That's the former ajo that we know about. We have societies whereby you even have to pay membership fees, pay X amount to join that kind of cooperative society. So people can have a cooperative to meet a certain need. But this cooperative society is focused on how can you own properties even if you cannot afford it. And that's what Shalom was talking about, fractional ownership. Basically, I cannot buy a whole of Ikoyi, but I can buy the foundation. How do I buy the foundation and make the same money I'll make if I bought the whole amount? So that's basically what fractional ownership is all about. And these cooperative societies, we don't give investments, we don't call it ROI, we call it dividends, because you're actually putting your money into something. You're buying what? You're buying property, and you're reselling and upselling the secondary market. And there's this process that we even came about, coming up with the legacy, coming up with the other types of foreign services. So for example, a company wants to buy a plot of land. And during that phase, you can call it the acquisition phase. So most of the people that investing in our 2-year plan and so on and so forth. They are going into that kind of acquisition phase. And those that want to buy into your 5 years phase, but why are you doing it for 5 years? Why am I fixing my money for 5 years? Why do I wait for 5 years to collect back my capital? It's because you invested in our Gvest legacy, which is basically the building stage, which is the development stage. So we already know that in the next 5 years, you helped us to acquire this property. You put 50 million, you put 30 million into a part of, for example, Sirius Estate at Ogudu, right? You put 15 million into that, into a 5-year plan. We already envisage that in the next 5 years, we'll have developed these properties. At that point in time, we cannot give you back your capital because people have already bought into the units you bought into. Because what you are doing is temporary, it's a temporary foreign, I don't want to use the word investment. Let's just use the word investment. It's temporary because you expect to collect returns. So give you a 5-year payment plan, we develop the property and we sell the property and we give you back your returns. And that's why some people always ask, why can't I collect my money in 1 year? You don't expect us to buy a place and develop in the 1 year and be able to give you back your money. We can only promise what we can deliver. But if you say, okay, hey, I want to actually own this property, that's why we have a section called permanent ownership, whereby you can keep it to the end of time. So you can decide to buy the units by yourself, decide to hold it for a long period of time. You can buy it with people and decide to, when you finish buying it, you can resell it later. There's no time frame to that, like having permanent investment, like 5 years and so on and so forth. So let's take some questions. I want to know if this recording, yes, this recording is available. We can make a way to send you the recording. Is there a plan for affiliates, those who refer people to join Gvest like a commission system? Absolutely, there is one. So before now, we had Gvest, normal Gvest, whereby we give people 2% upon referring people to do our investment scheme before we move to Gvest multipurpose cooperative. And of course, there's an affiliate system coming up. And the reason why we took some time to do this, because we want to design a very transparent system that you're able to even see, be able to even monitor on your own without you having to call into the office. Because we are designing a system that how can you relate and deal with your own money without having to involve a third party. That's why we have something like this. That's why Shalom was showing you, whereby we can show you our dashboard and so on and so forth. So the affiliate system, we are perfecting it into the system so that you can actually monitor your affiliate system. You can see how many people you brought in, you can know how much money has come into your wallet and so on and so forth. And if you decide, you can use that money to do what? To invest in our fractional ownership scheme. That's left to you. So there's a plan for affiliates. It's coming soon. It's currently under development. And when that thing is fully operational, we're going to effect it on our mobile app and you're free to go. But however, you can still refer people to us and just let us know at the back door, and we'll give you what you're due to collect. Another question. What does it mean?
The person said, what does FORED stand for?
Okay.
So that's FORED is fractional ownership of real estate deals. That's what FORED means. So you're owning a part of a real estate deal. The real estate deal example, Jasper Gardenia, Burial 1 Annex, Burial 2, Jasper Smart City. That's the real estate deal. So you're owning a part of that real estate deal. Then someone also asked the meaning of, okay, when someone wants to, can someone pay in installment when he wants to invest? That's if he doesn't have enough capital. Yes, that's where savings come in. You could save your money, and you get interest because you're saving. So you get interest on your savings, and the more you add money to your savings, the more money you have to be able to purchase a property or invest. Maybe the property you're looking at is higher. You now save to invest, get dividends, add it up with your capital, and then buy a property. So it's like a chain. So you can do the three in one, like you have a plan for the 3 in 1. So yeah. Another person said 26% returns on long-term investment. It's on a yearly basis. If it's long-term, it's yearly, depending on the amount. If you check, the amount was 50 million naira. You can't do 1 million for 26% on a yearly basis. That's Ponzi scheme. But for 50 million naira, yes, 26 million naira and 26% on a yearly basis. And you can also do for 5 years and keep collecting 26% on a yearly basis for that 5 years. You can do 3 years. We also bring in 10 years as well. So it's like you're passing it on to your generations to come. Therefore,
another question we have there. We have some questions. So someone said, I read that this platform is to be renewed yearly. Does that mean that if someone is investing for 3 years, he has to renew his investment offer per year? No, that's not what it means. That's not what you are going to renew. What you are renewing is your membership. As for example, for you to be even part of us, you have to register. You understand how the whole SEC law goes nowadays, that they are shutting down investment societies at the moment. But things like this are already covered by cooperative society. Having a cooperative society gives us the license to give you dividends on these properties. But however, you have to be a member. That's why we are not opening to everybody. That's why this is only exclusively for the members of Gvest Gvest Cooperative Society. Right? That is why it is open to you. So of course you have to renew your membership. The same way you renew your driver's license every 3 years or every 5 years for you to be able to drive. The same way you renew your passport, you have to renew your Gvest membership license. So this is the one, whether you go for the classic, you go for the gold package, you go for the platinum package. It's left to you, whether you're renewing in 50,000, 25,000 or 12,005. That's left to you. So what you are renewing is only your subscription. You are not renewing the amount you are putting into investment, because you are investing in 3 years. It's only one-time payment, and that's the end. Can someone pull out of his investment before the actual plan is subscribed? Is due? Of course you can, but there is a penalty. There's nothing that is available that will not give someone an option to pull out of. Right? Even life has a way. You're tired of life, you can pull out. So that's supposed to be an expensive job. But basically, if you invest with us, of course you have an option to pull out, but we don't recommend that because we're going to take a 30% administrative fee. But why we make it that difficult? Because we don't keep the money in the bank. We don't leave the money somewhere, right? This money is being used to purchase a property. So for example, you purchase a property and you tell me that you're no longer interested. Does that mean I'll go and break down the property? No. Right. So of course you can invest, you can decide to pull out before your dividends come in. However, we charge you a 30% fee, administrative fee. So you are free to do that. So what I recommend at times is that wait for your maturity to come in and enjoy your dividend. Before you go into it, don't put money that you are going to need every day. That's why money for investment is money that is no cash that you know that you are supposed to use to save. Cash that you know that in the next 1 or 2 years, you're not going to have to be looking for it up and down. So don't do this kind of thing if you're not sure, right? It's something that you're sure about. So of course you can pull out, but we charge you 30% administrative fee. Okay, and we have some Q&A here. We've answered savings and building. I came late. Recording, yes. Can it be withdrawn at will? No, you cannot withdraw at will. Of course, you've already been told the time for your investments, right? So in case you subscribe for 3 years, you collect your returns every year, but collect your capital at the end of 3 years. So you cannot withdraw your capital at will. Is there a plan for affiliates? Okay, I've answered that. Is there an option to choose what currency you want to save in? In one of the past Zoom meetings, Dr. Steven mentioned about us being able to buy US stocks with little amount. Is it on the platform? This platform is currently improving. We're adding new features as much as we can. If we put everything at once, it will create diversion, right? So that everybody will to understand. Currently, the platform is handling fractional ownership. For those of you that want to own real estate in this, that's the main purpose of this platform. Of course, other things are coming in like US stocks, like affiliate system. We're going to be improving it as time goes by. Before the end of the year, everything's going to be fully up and running. So what happens if I invest in one of the packages but I do not renew my membership after it expires? Of course, you have your investment with us, but you'll not be able to withdraw if you do not renew your membership because it's compulsory. You have to become a member with us. That's the criteria. Only members with us can invest with us. And the amount you are going to renew is, if you go for the classic of 25,000, you renew with 12,005. So it cannot, because of millions of money you have with us and not renew 12,500 or 25,000 or 50,000. So they said, what are the benefits attached to each package? Shalom, do you treat that? Can you treat that again? The benefits attached to each package. I suggest you just open your slide and let them see it.
I went through that already, but I'll just open my slides and just show you.
Yes.
I
So
have
we need
to,
even if your investment is still ongoing. Of course, yes, that's very correct. Can you type your question, please?
but let me just quickly, some of the benefits are, you have to, what's the word now? For let's say classic, for example, you have limitations to investments. So that's a disadvantage. So the advantage of it is, okay, you have your credit card, you have your membership lapel. Like, if you can see my screen, I don't know if you can see it. See, for the classic plan, these are the benefits you have under them. You can invest as high as 20 million naira. You have your credit card, but you have withdrawal limits. So if you're doing the plan of 100,000 naira, you have a higher access to things like your loan will be higher, the rate at which you can give it can be higher, the books you get is going to be different. Your credit card limit is not going to be the same with someone that has a 25,000 naira plan. That's the classic plan. You will not have the same benefits as the person. So it varies from one to another. So somebody asked on Facebook that person said, I came late. How much is the minimum investment? Like we said, the minimum investment is 500,000 naira. I mean, for as low as 500,000 naira, you can invest. You can be a member of the Gvest cooperative from that as well. On Zoom here, someone said, so if that means if someone is doing platinum, someone can, okay, I think Farouk already answered this. There's one other question I saw. Hold on.
I think another question I saw was someone saying, can someone who is not a Gvest multipurpose cooperative society member have access to sell Digitex properties, land and houses? We have a separate subsidiary for that, which is Digitex and Associates. This is quite different from just selling normal land and selling houses. Of course, you have to be a member of Digitex and Associates for that, and you can collect your commission for that. But for this different one, you have to be a member of Gvest multipurpose cooperative society to be able to sell fractional ownership and earn commissions. So that's it. So we have if there's a client for it's $5,000 for Gvest investments, knowing that there isn't a 5,000 plan, what should you go for? And what would be the registration fee in those? So let's first calculate how much is using our investment, our current conversion rate. That's about 3 million. Have something within them, they can invest 3 million. So what we do is that we always round off to the nearest investment. For example, we have a 2 million in how many percent? 18%. Yes. So we have 2 million that is giving 18%. We have 5 million that is giving. The person wants to invest with $5,000 is going to invest but get the ROI of 18%. Right, so that's what the person will do. So the person will get 18% on his or her 3 million naira. So that's what the person is going to do. And if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to Shalom. Shalom, can you drop your phone number? I think Isaac would like to chat you up. So when do you get the lapel and credit card? Is it after registration or after investment? It is after you subscribe to any membership plan, because the lapel does not come with the investment, it comes with the registration, right? Because understand that even when they are welcoming members into different societies, there's always what we call a starter pack. So that starter pack is what your lapel pin is coming with. It's what your Billionaire Habits ebook is coming with, and so on and so forth. And the credit card has to be customized into your name. So of course, you have to give us a bit of time to be able to do that for you and get that across. So what's the ROI of minimum investment of 500,000 naira? So that 500,000 is called short-term forward, right? Short-term forward, and the ROI for that is 14%. Is that correct, Shalom?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Yeah, so dividends is 14%. Although that's not open to the public, because our minimum we are starting with is now 2 million as at this week. But if you're ready to pay today, we can open that offer for you. If you're ready to pay today. However, we've closed down because we've reached our capacity for now. But if you're ready to pay today, we can open it for the next 1 or 2 hours. Again, reach out to Shalom with our phone number 080-9999-0864. That's only if you're ready to pay today, not tomorrow. But discuss with Shalom, she can give you the best she can give you on that. As a platinum member, also, of course, regardless of the membership you take, you have to renew. You have to renew your membership. Of course, you can decide to step down. For example, you subscribe to a platinum membership, and what you are doing is actually capacity of a gold membership, and you want to step down the next year. You can step down your investments. I've registered, but I've not received any of the things listed. Of course, this is being done already. Perhaps you subscribe to our pre-launch discount offer. That's why you've not received that. But of course, we are going to send you your email. I'm going to cost you at least the very least. First, get your ebook. That one is compulsory. So Shalom, can you just reach out to those that have not gotten their ebook to send them their ebook for now, pending when they have their customized credit card and their lapel shipped to them. So we can have some of them have gotten. So I don't know, Grace Johnson, just take notes. Perhaps our email did not deliver. Any other questions, please? Any other questions? Please, about the farm investment, any special registration fee in dollars, or is it all registration that is done in naira? So of course, it's the same equivalent in dollars. It's the same equivalent. Our platform is already equipped to Stripe to collect any currency, right? But you can also do naira conversion. So we had a memo out today. Our official naira conversion rate, naira to dollar, is 590. So you can decide to pay the naira equivalent if you are more. They renew farm investment membership. I think there was no clarity on the membership and the investment itself. I think there's a bit of misconception about that, because farm investment is different. The investment is different from the membership. The membership is that I want to enter your Yoruba will call it Egbe. I want to enter your community. I want to enter your society. So you know, whereby even when someone wants to go to someone's house and greet them, whether you want to go and marry a wife, first go with yam, first go with so on and so forth, first go with bride price, right? So this is the same thing. So you want to register into Gvest Multipurpose Cooperative Society, you have to pay a membership fee to enjoy the benefits, to enjoy the dividends, to be able to save with us, to be able to borrow money from us, for able to have target savings, to be able to buy into fractional real estate, to be able to earn commissions on an affiliate system. You have to be a member. So that's different. Now, what are the benefits of being a member? What kind of things can you invest in? That's where the real estate is coming into place. That's where the farm investment is coming into place. That's where the short-term, forward, long-term, fractional ownership, target savings, wealth creation, loans, and so on and so forth. Those are the benefits of being inside the society, minus the starter pack, there is a lapel pay, credit card, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot more to gain as being a member. So of course, the rates will be out little by little because we are trying to show the products one after the other. So our farm investment rate will be out very soon, and you can also take part in that. What if a client does not renew his membership? Will he be taken from his investment? We've promised you what we want to promise you, right? So if you have an ROI of, like, let's say 500,000 to get from us, and your membership is 12,500, is something definitely anyone that can afford to do a 1 million naira investment, or 2 million naira, or 3 million, will definitely be able to afford to pay a membership fee of 25,000. So that's basically the math. So of course, we will not like to do something like that. Rather, you got to subscribe again and we can get it done. For those that have not registered, reach out to Shalom. She'll give you anything that is done. Any special answer that? I've registered. Okay, Shalom will give you that. That means no one can go into farm investment for now. Shalom, have we updated the farm for it? Have we updated it yet?
It's not been updated on the web app yet, but you can still invest in the farm investment. You can do your farm investments. There's the calculated ROI already for it. The regular way we used to do that, but it's through still under Gvest Cooperative, just that it has not been implemented yet on the web app. But it will be done soon. But you can still invest in farming. You can do the farm investments rather. Yeah.
Okay. So some of the reasons, this is why that we actually have an offer for people that are available, right? So that they can actually pre-register, pre-subscribe to this platform, because of course we should have launched the web app and launched this thing. Of course, we're already doing some, people are already investing, they're paying for some fractional ownership already. But yes, we're still into the works, and very soon we'll be able to add all these features. So we're adding this one after the other. And each time we add a new feature, we do a new tutorial to show you how you can take part of this scheme. So another question, how will a client collect his card? The same way GTEx Homes does, right? So even people that buy properties from us, regardless of the position in the world, whether in UK, US, Dubai, Australia, we ship documents to you wherever you are in the world. So that's the same way we're going to ship your card to you. So wherever you are, you're going to get your card at your doorstep. So that's definitely not a problem. Do they pay for the card? The card already comes with your package. The card comes with you. That's part of the benefits of it. You've paid for it already. You've paid for the cards already. What if someone registered and does not have 2 million to invest in fractional real estate yet? No problem, right? You can start with your affiliate programs and start earning commissions. From there, you can definitely have a target savings account whereby you start dropping an X amount every month, every week, right? Every day. And when you have enough to invest into fractional real estate, you can commit to it. But the first thing you have to do is first register. So I read the farm investment flyer. It pays yearly till 5 years. Hope that works. I need clarity. Is there a farm investment flyer out at the moment, Shalom?
Yes, there is.
Minimum of how much?
Minimum of 1 million naira.
Yeah, and up to five years. Of course, that works. You can reach out to Shalom, and we're going to include that for you in the system. Can a member use the ATM directly on ATM or purchase online? Beautiful. So of course we have different payment services on it. We have Paystack, we have what do you call this one? We have Paystack, we have Stripe, we also have what do you call these guys? Sorry, PayPal. Right. So on Paystack actually is very flexible. You can do about 4 to 5 different options of Paystack. Through Paystack, you can add your ATM, you can use your card. One, through Paystack, you can do transfer. They'll give you a generic account number to do a transfer. Through Paystack, you can also use your *737 *. Through Paystack, you can also use your phone code and so on and so forth. So Paystack can actually do everything for you. You can pay all those ones directly. But if you want to make transfer to us, you can do that on your ATM in your bank. If you don't want to do it, if you don't have access to internet banking, all you have to just make a transfer to the account number displayed on the platform. Send us an email with your proof of payment, and we're going to approve it for you at the back end. So that answers your question. Does that mean that the classic investments can't withdraw all this money? Because I think you have to treat this.
I don't really. That mean the classic investment can't withdraw all his money because it says that. No, Ted, I think what you're asking, if I'm correct, the 30% we mentioned is when you want to terminate your investment before the due date or before the due time. That's when 30% will be deducted, regardless of your membership fee, regardless of your membership plan. 30% will be deducted if you want to terminate your investment before due time. That's the only time we mentioned 30%. So yeah.
What are the different packages that comes with each registration level? I think you joined us late. We've really treated that. But you have a slide, Shalom. Can you just go to the go with your slide, go to the membership package. Let's just treat that. Let's give people an offer for today. And a member have any of the variety of card providers, such as Red, MasterCard, and Visa. Of course, all cards are accepted on the platform. All cards are accepted. What's affiliate program? Kindly explain. So an affiliate program is basically a referral system. So for example, you bring someone to register here, right? You bring someone to register here with us. We're going to give you a commission for each of those membership. So that's what an affiliate system is. Affiliate is just basically you referring people to his platform, and they get into the platform and get a commission for it. So I think what the person was talking about was 30% of total investment or contribution. So what that means is that basically is withdrawal limit, because realize that this is not a debit card, this is a credit card. And credit card has just an amount put into it with the withdrawal limit. So for example, you invest in 5 million, for example, you invest in 5 million. And at the end of the month, like you want to withdraw from that card. What I'm trying to say is that if you are doing the classic plan, you can only withdraw 30% of the amount you have as a withdrawal limit. That's what it means, 30% as withdrawal limit. While for gold plan, you have 40% of your total investment and contribution as withdrawal limit. And for platinum card, you have 50% of total investment and contributions, right? I also realized that it's 30% of your capital, not 30% of, because in actual sense, if you are doing a 26% ROI, you are not going to have up to 30% of in your card. So regardless, this does not actually have any limitations to you. It's only maybe at the end of the year, out of 5 years or 3 years, you have your full capital. You cannot withdraw 50 million at once from your credit card, or you cannot withdraw 30 million or 20 million. It's not even admissible based on CBN laws, right? Of course, we are going to give you a way out to transfer your money out. Of course, you can do that. The same way you brought in your money to your wallet, you can transfer it out. But in terms of credit card spending limits, like carrying your card, you're abroad, anywhere you are, you want to spend some of this money, your limit is 30% of the total investment that you have with us. So I think that's the question the person was asking, and that's what it's about. So Naomi James is asking about the different platforms, the plans on it, and what are the benefits on it. These are the plans. You have classic, you have gold, you have platinum, right? And the differences between them is just 3 things. Number one, the total investment that you can get into. So for your classic, you cannot do more than 20 million. While for gold, you cannot do more than 50 million. And for platinum, you cannot do more than 100 million. Right? That's one. And the second part is the percent of total investment and contributions that you can withdraw. For classic, it's just 30. For gold, is 40. And for platinum, it's for 50. Right? And last but not the least, if you are going for the platinum plan, rather than getting a soft copy of Billionaire Habits, you're going to get a signed physical copy by Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and it's going to be sent to you wherever you are in the world, right? And of course, the renewal fee, that's the final one. So for classic membership, the subscription is 25,000, and the renewal fee is half of it, right? So subsequently, you're going to pay half of the renewal fee. For gold plan, the normal plan is 50,000, renewal is 25,000. While for platinum, the normal plan is 100,000 and the renewal is 50,000. So that's it. Yeah. So yeah, you're correct. It's half of it. It's half for it. Why you're saying it here is because currently we have a discount, because I don't know why the discount is up now. It's supposed to be up till the end of today alone, right? It's a discount fee for people that are ready to come into it. Yeah. Let me see. I need a brochure to send to some of our clients who demanded for it. Of course, it's available. It's available. You can send an email to us and we'll send that across to you. What if the person wants to withdraw everything? That means we wait for. No. I just said credit card means that you want to make a payment, you want to withdraw at the ATM. That's your limit. But you can transfer all your money out from your wallet to another account. That one is possible. Can the slides be emailed to me, please? Yes, you can send us an email and that will get across to you. So if a member is buying into a fractional ownership of 40,000 slots and the slots not sold out, when will the fractional ownership kick off in real sense? At the point of subscribing or at the point of being sold out? Okay, so this fractional ownership already has a certain percentage attached to it. So for example, now you're going for a short term or long term for it. So what it means by slot is the amount of people we can take, because we want to do it in such a way that people don't oversubscribe. So it takes place immediately. So for example, let's take it into the real estate sense. You have 50 units in your land as a developer, and you have only 15 units to sell. And you are selling one unit at 10 million, and 20 people have paid 10 million. So the same way is applicable that you pay for your own 10 million, you own your house, you don't wait for the other people in the estate. That's the same way it applies to fractional ownership. So what we are saying is that there are 50 slots available. And this is why we are counting it in such a way that when it's full, it is full. You will know it is full, right? And the only way you can reinvest in that kind of slot again is if someone sells his own, or we have another unit available in another location. So you don't have to wait for that place to be completely filled before you can start getting your returns. So I hope that answered that question. Another one, okay, I thought renewal, yes, it's half. It's half, yeah. So if the discount fee is off, the renewal goes up. No. The discount fee is just a discount on how much you're supposed to pay. And we're going to share the discounts for you at the end so that you're able to understand. What's the ROI for 2 million fractional real estate, and what is the duration? So the duration is 3 or 5 years. You can pick for 3 years and you can pick for 5 years. And I said before, it is 18% for the ROI on fractional real estate for 3 years or for 5 years. That's correct, Shalom, right?
2 million.
Yes. Yeah, 18% for 2 million. Okay, so for those that are not members of GTEx and Associates, GTEx Multipurpose Cooperative Society yet, you can have a chance to register today and get 50% off. So what some people were asking was that, how much am I supposed to subscribe and how much am I supposed to renew every year? So for example, if you go for the classic membership, which is supposed to be for 25,000, you're going to get a 50% discount if you subscribe today. Meaning instead of 25,000, you are paying 12,500. And the good thing about it is that you're actually paying for 2 years instead of paying for 1 year if you look at it. Because at the end of next year, you're supposed to pay another 12,500. So I think the promo should be pay for 2 years instead of 1 year. Right? So if you decide to even pay the full 25,000, you can even roll it off for the next 2 years. So you can say, okay, no, I actually have 25,000. You have the possibility to pay it now and get your membership for 2 years. Because realize that by the time we do an increase in membership, increase in renewal goes up. Do you understand? So you can actually decide to pay the whole 25,000 and get subscription for 2 years. Right? If you want to pay for the classic, you want to pay for the gold, instead of 50,000, you can pay 25,000 for this year. Again, you can decide to pay for the next 2 years and pay 50,000 altogether. You have 100,000. Instead of paying 100,000 for the platinum membership, you pay just 50,000 for the 50% discount. So if for you to register, for you to get started, go to www.gvestcooperativesociety.com. Right? Can you type the link so everybody can see where they have to go to? Right? You click on it and you create an account. By the time you are done creating an account, it takes you to a dashboard that tells you have to subscribe first. Click on the plan that is convenient for you. You can use your card, you can do a transfer through SpaceStack. Once you do it, just wait, reload your page. In a couple of minutes, you're going to have access to all the dashboard that is given. Right? If you don't get a response, you can send a message or send a mail to us, and we're going to look at it and we're going to update it from our own backend. Right. Wanted this one to be for an hour. Do you have any other questions before we wrap up? Any questions? Any questions before we wrap up? Shalom, do you have anything to add?
Anything I would say is people should grab the opportunity now, because like Farouk said, the minimum is going to 2 million naira. So it's better late than never. So it's rather you do it now than regret. Like Dosim was sharing up of the example of Beryl when some people bought it for 1.5 million at a time, and now it's going for 15 million, 20 million. So the better you do it now and be happy later. So that's what I have to say. Except you have more questions for me.
Once a new investor registers, how does he or she get access to their login details and monitor their ROI? It's automatic because you are creating your account. So when you are creating your account with your Gmail, you are the one setting up your password. So all those ones are available to you and known to only you, right? So once you're finished with the person can now decide to click on any investment he wants to do, and it goes on. And once you are done, you see it under the tab called My Investments. You can see it, you can see your due dates, and you're good to go. So what I suggest with you is, first of all, do you even have access to this platform? Before you even sell to someone, right? Make sure you're a member so you can even see how the thing works. So if your client is having a problem, you can say, okay, this is what you have to do, right? So the process is simple. Log into www.gvestincorporativesociety.com, create an account, pay for your membership, have access to the dashboard, click on short-term, long-term forward, click on the amounts that you want with the return on investments or dividends that you get, put your card details or put the amount you want to invest in, pay, and you're done. Follow, and you're ready to kickstart your investment. So your investment starts on the day that you make payments. And of course, you have your own login details to yourself only. And please drop the email for Gvest so people can send mails to ask for slides, ask for brochure, ask for this, ask for offers. Can you call it for them? So
invest. I'm sending it again. So invest at gvest.ng. Yes.
At gvest.ng. Right. And can you call out your phone number for them?
+234 809999 0864. So let me just type it. +234 809999 0864. 1 second. Yeah.
Okay, because this is a practical class, let me just show you what I was talking about. So this is my own. I've not invested yet. If you should sue me, right? So you can see this is where your investments will be. See under my investments, right? I've paid for my classic membership. You can see the renewal I have. They'll ask you for some information. You have to pay your BVN. Of course, it's normal regulatory services, upload, and so on and so forth. So it tells you you've had no investment. So this is where your recent transaction will be. I think I tried to pay this amount, but it failed. So this is where you have your recent transaction, your renewal will be here. You have your wallet, especially for those that when they do their affiliate program, this is where your wallet will be, right? I'm going to add affiliates to this area, while every other one. So once you are done with that, if you can see this, that means you've already paid. And once you do that, you can click on short term, you can click on. There's also a dashboard called My Investments you can click on and see what you have already invested in. So you can decide to, just like you said then, right, add details to it. Right, this is the rate, this is what you want to do. Invest now, right? You invest, it takes you to, let me see, hold on. Okay, this cannot be paid. You can't pay 15 million at once because of bank regulations. So let's go with one that you can pay something lower. For things like that, you may have to make a transfer. Let's pick a 1 million euro slots. Okay. This is what I was talking about, having a pay stack added to it. I can decide to use bank. Choose the bank I want to use. Let's do a transfer. Decide to use USSD. So you can see we have at least 6 different ways to pay into here. And once you are done, you include your card details, you pay. And you can decide to save a card, right? Click on pay with the saved card and you're good to go. Right. So that's how the thing is done. So as you can see, when it means this is what I'm talking about slots. Right. So this one has 750 slots remaining. And when someone asks a question that, does your slot determine when you start receiving your dividends? It does not. Right? So slot just means we only sell to this open to remaining 750 people. This one has been completed. Do you understand? So it's sold out. That's what is going to happen. Right? This one, there's 3,000 slots available. And you can see these are specific to some estate. So you can actually quantify it. You can even visit the estate and see what your money has been doing there. So when I was talking at the beginning, I was talking about people having short-term, meaning just doing the acquisition stage. So for example, you do a short-term investment and you visit the site, you do expect to start seeing houses because you subscribe for a 1-year plan, a 2-year plan, which you already considered in the acquisition stage. That means buying the whole land, clearing the places, fences, right? Those that invest in short-term, before the end of the 5 years, they start seeing houses on it because we say that in 5 years, we're able to develop this whole property. Because even in Dubai, they take 4 years to develop just 14-story towers, let alone people developing about 10, 50, 100 acres of land. Right? So this is basically how the thing works, and we're good to go. So I hope this little demonstration has been able to answer some of the questions that were explained orally. And these are all the investments. So I'm saying you have your subscription separate, and these are the things that the subscription will give you access to. So if you are not saying all this, it's because you've not paid for subscription. So if you click on your investments, it's going to show you all the investments you have. So I clicked on my investments, total active 0, 0, sum 0, wallet balance completed. So when it's done, it's write the amount that completed. You have active, you have completed, start investing, and you're good to go. So I think we're good here. Any other questions before we wrap up? Any other questions? Yeah, so the offer we're giving for today basically is membership. Instead of paying 25,000 for classic, you can pay just 12,500. Instead of paying, I paid 25,000 as the amount we paid. I didn't take advantage of this, and I wish I had done that. But that's basically how it is done. Delia Omodara has a question. Can you type it out, please, so we can wrap up? This almost end by 5. Delia, can you type out your question, please? I said that was a mistake, so we can wrap up now. Delia, can you type out your question, please? Okay, let's wrap up. So Shalom, can you do a closing prayer? Okay, I think I have seen one. Where is the savings accepted? I don't. Or do you mean aspects? Let's assume you mean aspects, savings aspects. So like I said, the savings aspect is down here, savings and wealth building plan. You can explore that option. Of course, it's being updated at the moment so that we can have something working for you. But these are the ones that are open for us, and the ones that you have access to now are the short term and long term for it, while the rest are being updated. But as soon as we do that, before our next program, any new updates that we have, we're going to do. And we're working on our mobile app to ensure that all these things are out and rolled out at once. And we're going to move on. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next week. By next week, we'll have some new information to share with you. We have some new products and so on and so forth. And we'll have another live demonstration. And hopefully we can have a demo of our mobile app for you so you can see what you are getting into by the time you're getting into Gvest Cooperative Multipurpose Society. Shalom, can you take closing remarks and close?
Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you for your questions, because your questions will help with building the mobile app, your suggestions as well. Everyone that asks for something, they send to your mail. If you have questions or you have requests, you want to know more about the affiliate marketing as well, how to go about the entire process, you can send me emails, you can send me WhatsApp messages as well. So thank you, everyone, for coming. We're grateful. See you next time. Same time, same link next week. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye. Thank you, Farouk. Thank you, Mrs. Phoebe. Bye.